What you're investing most in the business, of course, is time. You want to make sure it's quality time. And just very quickly, it reminds me of a very quick story of a little boy who talks to God. The little boy looks up to God and says, God, how long is 1,000,000 years to me to you? And God looks down at the little boy and says, little boy, 1,000,000 years to you is just but a second to me. So the little boy looked back up to God and said, well, God, how much is $1,000,000 to me worth to you? And God looks down at the little boy and says, little boy, $1,000,000 to you is just but a penny to me. So the smart little boy looked back up to God and said, God, can I have one of your pennies? And God said, sure, in just a second. So anything worthwhile takes time, doesn't it?
It takes
time. And obviously, 2 to 3 years is not a lot of time to enable an individual to live a lifestyle that most people only dream about, you know? But at the same time, sometimes, don't you agree, the business feels like it's taking too long? People feel that way sometimes, right? You want the business to grow faster.
Yeah, and have you ever felt like, you know, we want you to focus on the things that need to be focused on. And what needs to be focused on? We need to move products. We need to recruit. We need to attend events. And we felt like things were getting slowed down. People were getting bogged down on certain things.
Which is the reason for, we call it like a simplification puzzle. A lot of big pieces and little pieces, but all put together, it's going to make all our lives better.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be easier to grow the business. It's going to be faster. And I think most importantly, it's going to be more fun.
More fun's key, but it still all comes down to the basic 5, and that's what everyone has to remember. The basic 5 is the key to what we do with our business.
It has been for 20 years. The same fundamentals remain the same today. But we have new technologies, new functionality, so you can grow the business easier and faster. 90% of your time should be spent performing the result-producing activities, exposing the products, exposing the business, and working from conference to conference or event to event. In order to be able to do that, you have to have your tickets to the next one.
Correct. At least 90%.
So this has been an ongoing process. Some of the things that we have done have been implemented. You get excited there for a second.
People are fired up.
That might have been the orgasm that Jared was talking about.
I think it was.
But anyway, it's been a process, and it's all about enabling all of us to recruit and retail, expose the products, and cultivate more possibilities so we can prospect, show the plan, and bring people into our business even faster. So some of the things we've done, I think, have taken an effect.
Yeah, one of the things we did last year, we came out with what's called a Fast Start program. And thank you. And if we really looked at this and said, what can we do to reduce the financial barrier to establish the business? What we can do to make it easier? Because as much as the financial barrier was a problem, it was a problem going through the entire ordering process. And mentally, it got people constipated right off the bat. So we minimized the decisions. We made it easier to recruit and build an organization.
No question about, go ahead, sorry.
I was just saying, and here it is, our Fast Start program. And here's what's exciting about this Fast Start program is we started it with sort of a general product line, and then we moved right into now we also have our Fast Start program with our motives, and we have our Fast Start program with our TLS line as well. And you can see those right there. It's continued to expand. Real quick, how do you do it? Enroll in UFMS before you're at the ordering portion of the Fast Start Wizard. I'm hoping most of you have done this already. If you haven't, then you need to start doing result-producing activities right now, because you need to have been through this. Yes, a Fast Start button won't show up unless you're in UFMS. Yes, you can add other products. That's a question we get all the time. Can I add other products to the Fast Start? And the answer is yes with that. Here's an example of what it looks like. Simple button. You click the button. What happens from there? Products are populated right into the ordering site for you. Remember, this is not a sign-up game. Yes, we're working hard to make it easier to enroll distributors faster and easier, but the key comes to the follow-up. The key comes to the getting started guiding, getting them doing the right things. The key comes to the retention and building successful unfranchised owners.
So we're simplifying the business. And a new functionality that we just launched, we call the transfer buying autofill. So based on the Fast Start program that's selected, whether it be the General Fast Start program, the Motives Fast Start program, or the TLS Weight Loss Solution Fast Start program, when you get to the transfer buying part of the sign-up wizard, it's going to automatically fill your transfer buying with the necessary products to satisfy the 50 BV, 10 IBV, and UFMS based on the program you selected.
So you're saying if I hit the Fast Start button, the general one, when I go next to transfer buying, what's going to happen is it's going to be ready for me. It's going to be done. Can I change it if I want to?
You can if you'd like, but it's already going to be populated. You can simply hit submit and go on to the next step.
So it'll have my 50 BV and my 10 IBV already in there, ready to go.
That's exactly what I said.
That's what he said. All right, let's talk a little bit our auto annual renewal program we came out with. This just started this month, actually. In August are the first people who are seeing this happen. And again, we wanted to put something together. Remember when we used to have to do all the paper renewals? We'd have to send it in. If you did something wrong, it would be sent back. So now everything is online. You can select 2 credit cards to be able to renew. All renewals begin at the beginning of the month. So as an example, for Lisa and I, our start date is at the end of the month. August 1st, though, it went through and it billed to our credit cards to do our renewal. People are excited over there as well. Thank you. And what happened from there, you then have the entire month to make sure that that went through correctly. So what has this done? It's made it simple for everybody. We don't have to think about it. All you have to do is opt in for this. And where does this come? Right after you've completed your sign-up wizard. When you've signed up, next time the person goes into the back office, this pops up and it says opt in right away. And until you've either opted in or opted out, this will now continue to pop up every time you go there. So instead of having it on a date, we've made it easy. It's simple. You don't have to think about it.
So yeah, no longer do you have to fill out a paper form and send it in. The first time a new distributor logs into their unfranchised account, that opt-in or opt-out pops up. They opt in, it's done, and it takes them to our new, improved, getting started wizard. Okay?
This is so simple now.
It's been dramatically simplified and condensed. So let me just take you through it very quickly here. A new distributor logs into their account. They already opt in to auto annual renewal. Then it takes them to the Getting Started wizard. It welcomes them to their unfranchised business. And the steps are very simple. They reset their password, okay, to enter their account. They verify their email address that's on file. Then they select the domain name for their shop.com website, which also enables them to have their Isotonics website and their Motives website, which, by the way, is now included in everybody's subscription.
Everybody's subscription. So you mean I don't have to go in and buy something extra and set up a different name? I put my name in here and it goes to all 3 automatically.
Jim, this presentation and these functions are about simplification.
Thank you.
So what you just said is accurate. Once again, what I just said.
Just what you said. I just want to clarify that I'm hearing it correct. All right.
That's correct. Now, the next step, BV and IBV placement. Notice it's already populated. You're 02 and you're 03. So, of course, when people are purchasing Market America brands or from the partners on your shop.com site, it automatically goes into your 2.
So less mistakes.
And your 3.
It's already done.
Actually eliminated the mistakes. And lastly, subscription to the Market America blog, which takes you to the final step, which is different. We included a variety of live links to our Twitter account, our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, the career manual, the price list.
The Getting Started Guide.
And the Getting Started Guide. So why shouldn't a new distributor already be exposed to these necessary materials, that they need to, start to establish the foundation
this
for
is
their
amazing.
business.
So they get to the end of it and they can just click and it takes them right there. They don't have to try to search on an area and find it, a click, and they're already getting the information they need to build the business.
Exactly. So how many of you, and it does deserve a little applause, we did introduce the new Getting Started Guide. Have you enjoyed utilizing the new guide? Okay, we got about an eighth of the people who've used it.
Well, that means we need to increase recruiting.
Exactly. Now, the tools only work if they're utilized. So the new Getting Started Guide, when it was introduced at the World Conference, it's no longer necessary to purchase a Getting Started Guide. It's simply available through unfranchisedtraining.com or through your unfranchised account through Training or Sales Aid. You'll find the Getting Started Guide. You can simply download it. I like it because we took a 26-page document and condensed it to about 6 pages.
Right.
And you'll notice that the first page of the guide exposes the tasks and activities that are necessary to get results. Okay?
I can finish your thoughts.
Is that called tell it? You know what I'm thinking?
Something. Thank you.
So we set the expectations. Obviously, it's a minimum of a 1-year commitment, 8 to 15 hours per week. It talks about scheduling their home business presentation, maybe a product preview, a follow-up appointment, and it gets them right into the result-producing activities of listing their top 10 possibilities right on the first page of the Getting Started Guide. This whole business is about filling the bean jar, filling the funnel, which JR is going to do tomorrow and on Saturday. So we are never at a loss of possibilities. We always have people to show the plan to, and as a result, we're always expanding distribution by adding new people into our organization.
Now, this is what is coming with our Getting Started Guide. When people download it, and we've got to get these videos finished and ready to go, what's going to happen? They download the Getting Started Guide, and you know how right now we really have to coach them through certain aspects of it? How do you do the home presentation? How do you invite people? What do you do? Instead of us having to coach it, how would you like it if there were embedded video links and you had us training your people exactly what to do on each section? Be about a 3-minute video. It is going to rock. It'll be amazing.
You know, Jim, all these things that are being done will minimize the necessity for a sponsor to have to teach and train and guide and hold a new distributor's hand to do the things that they should be able to do on their own anyway. Does that make sense to everybody? So people can move forward.
So now people can lead and keep moving forward rather than trying to teach what should be simple. So it's going to make it a lot nicer.
So more of their time could be spent performing the result-producing activities. So we're simplifying things. Next, we have PRM, which stands for Prospect Relationship Management. It's a great tool that is available, has been available for a while, and we've made a variety of enhancements to simplify this tool. So you can think of it as like having recruiting in a box. Okay, it's a contact software system that really enables you to stay organized in regards to your possibilities list and your prospecting activities. And just that alone is of value, don't you agree?
Right.
I mean, some people keep their possibilities on a legal pad, on their tablet, on their computer, but this you can access it through your unfranchised business account. And this tool is called PRM, and it provides a guide, systematic and ways of doing things in regards to moving people through the process.
The key is this is built around our systems. It's built around our emails, our recruiting, our video links. That's the biggest key to this whole program.
And it's just a matter of getting into the habit of entering in our possibilities into the PRM. So where do you find it? You log into your unfranchised account, you click on Other Services, and then you'll find in the secondary menu, you click on PRM. Okay? We did launch a mobile application, ultimately, or mobile tool.
That was in February. We launched mobile.
So you can download or access it by going to mobileprm.unfranchised.com. And obviously, you know, when you're going about your daily routine, you're at Starbucks, you're at the gym, you're at work, et cetera, you're running errands, you ultimately end up meeting people. You get a business card, you write somebody's name and contact information down on a scratched piece of paper, you lose the card, you forget to call, you lose the piece of paper. So here, on the fly, on the run, you can go right to your mobile device and enter that name and contact information and a little information about what you've conversed about right into your PRM from your Android or your iPhone. You can send emails. You can make follow-up calls right from your mobile PRM. You can check the status of your prospecting efforts based on the prospect that you're looking to follow up with. So there's a few new enhancements or new tools within this function here.
One of these is keyword tagging. One of the things people said to us was, I would use the PRM, but I can't group my people the way I want to. Like, I want a group that says preferred customers. I want a group that says hot prospects, whatever it may mean. Now with keyword tagging, you can put people into groups. And this is a big thing. So you're able to group your people with this. And that's just an example. When you do it, one of the keys with this is when you do it on your mobile, it also moves right onto your computer as well. So it's interacting at the same time.
And Jim, a lot of these functions were implemented based on the feedback we got from everybody who's using the tool. Now you can actually import your preferred customers who are already captured in your database right into your PRM. Obviously, preferred customers are great prospects and sometimes lead to your most productive unfranchised owners. Another new feature, we include a link to your shop.com site within the email campaigns that are accessible through PRM. So you send an email campaign based on the interest level of the prospect, you send some information out, and that link to your site is automatically embedded in that email.
To the individual person's site, this is great. So when you send it out, they're coming back to you. That's the key you understand.
Another feature that was requested is to kind of align this with Outlook and Gmail. So when you schedule an event, schedule an appointment, schedule a presentation within PRM, it'll automatically populate your Outlook or your Gmail account. So once again, staying organized.
And these features we just went through are all live right now, ready to go.
Okay, and then coming soon, we're going to be making this into a true application that'll be able to be downloaded to your iPhone or your Android. So it's all about simplification, Mr. Winkler.
Keeping it very simple.
You know, you've been very successful in the business. You do keep things fairly simple, and there he is at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Tuesday, relaxing.
Well, you got to relax once in a while.
I understand that. Yeah. And in this business, the lines of work and play are blurred. What's play is work, what's work is play. That's the way it should be. Don't you agree with that? So here's Mr. Winkler. He's relaxing, and then all of a sudden he starts working.
You got to work when you have to work.
Did you catch the difference here? Let's go back. So he's relaxing here, great smile on his face, looks very calm, relaxed, enjoying himself, and all of a sudden he starts working. You're working smart. You're getting things done. Work is play. Play is work. So as we make things easier and simpler, we'll be able to build the business faster and easier and have more fun. Have more fun developing the business. The About MA document, I think one of the best tools we've introduced.
It's one of my favorite tools. This was we redid this, and Andrew took a huge part of this. It was introduced again on 6/22. 6/22. So this is a new About MA for those of you who haven't used it.
So it's a document that includes information about our company, where we've come from, where we are, where we're going, the different divisions of the business. It has a lot of embedded video and news links within it, and it can be utilized in a variety of ways. You can use it initially to introduce somebody to our company, or you can use it as a follow-up tool, but it's great because it's free. You simply can access it by going to your unfranchised business account, click on Downloads, and you can either go to Sales Aids or Training and just download the document. You can easily email it.
I think that is the best follow-up tool we have, guys. The simple best, send it out, let people see what our company's doing. It's also a great introduction. It's, as Andrew said, it's free, it's a link, and the new embedded videos are awesome on this. You'll really, really enjoy it.
It's a great tool. So it's about simplification. Very soon we'll be introducing our new 2012 annual report, which is a great tool to verify and validate how strong we are, the foundation that we've built financially and otherwise, and it brings a lot of credibility to our business. So it's all about simplification, keeping things simple.
Well, one of the things we wanted to make simpler was getting customers to order more. Isn't that what it's really about? We want more preferred customers. We want more products per customer. We want more BV, because if customers order 3 products, they're going to end up reordering 3 products instead of 1. And we have a firm belief that customers make one buying decision. We've been doing this in our organization for a long time. We've been packaging things together, and when we talk to people, we sell one package rather than one OPC. I mean, there's so many people, all they ever do is sell an OPC. That doesn't get you involved with the customer. We want to get involved with them. So we put together a package for less decisions, and here's a couple of the packages we're going to introduce, and there's going to be more introduced throughout the weekend. This is going to make, you're going to love this.
More BV, more retail profits. And the first package that we're introducing, which is live now and available now, is called the Prime Advantage Kit. And this includes our longevity formula with Prime, our secretagogue, and our bone and joint formula. I think this package is more suited for people, Jim, of your age. Okay, so it's a great
Of my age?
package. Your age.
Okay.
It's okay. So Prime Advantage Kit, but check this out. Look at it for a minute. It's $100 at distributor cost, a nice BV value at $60, and a great value for the consumer at $139.95. Normally, if a consumer purchased each item individually, it'd be over $224. So it's a great,
almost $90 savings.
a $90 savings. You have a new customer, not just on one product, but now on 3. We're building share of customer immediately. Okay,
I'm sure I'll have a lot of friends my age who would like to use that.
I'm
yes.
sure there would be. I'm sure there would be. And next is our Daily Essentials Kit. Once again, available now. I always say, Jim, that if you breathe, you should be on OPC 3.
Yeah.
Well, truth is, if you breathe, you should be on each one of these products, our B-complex, our multivitamin, calcium, and of course, OPC 3.
This is like the 4 horsemen of products. Take a look. Can you imagine being able to offer this every time you talk to your customers?
Easier, simpler, faster.
That's right.
To expose the products and gain more BV and retail profits. Once again, a great savings for the consumer, a healthy BV value, and a nice retail profit. We're putting more money in the pockets of our unfranchised owners, okay?
All right, I want to talk to you a little bit about auto ship. This is one of my favorite things. This is something we have been going after very, very hard for the last 6 months, and it is making a tremendous difference. We are seeing growth like we've never seen for the people who are using this. Now, I'm going to talk about back office auto ship later in the week, during the weekend. Mark's going to talk about what's coming on shop.com on the front office, Mark, Steve, and the different people. But let me show you the back office part. This is what we've been using at this point. It ensures ongoing BV. I want you to think about this. Customer on auto ship is like a distributor on transfer buying. It means you have an automatic order going. It ensures retail profits. It simplifies because they don't have to think about it. You can carry less inventory. There's less decisions, and it ships out every date that you have it programmed to do, 30, 60, 90, or whatever it may be. First, I want to show you. A lot of people say, I started training this recently, and some people said to me, is this a new program? Here's the interesting thing. It is not a new program. It is an unknown program that we need to promote and you need to take advantage of. And I'll show you why. Here's where it's at. Where you see where the arrow there says preferred customers. You click on that, what comes out? There's an auto ship button right there. When you go to the auto ship area, what's going to happen? You pick one of your customers that you want to put on auto ship. Now, you either need to be sitting with them to do this, or you need their information that they want to put in here, including their credit card, because you're setting them up on a credit card to be able to do this. When you do it, you're going to pick your customer. You start putting in, there's a thing that says nickname. Yes, you have to put that in. That's so we can differentiate if they want to do multiple different auto ships. Because some people want to do it for 30 days. Some people want different products for 60 days. Fill in their information. We then go to the next screen. You'll notice where you're going to have to put in the billing address the first time only. Then you put in the credit card. When you put in the credit card, you click Add New Card to this. When you look down, what you're going to see is now you're going to put in a product code. You're going to be able to add in whether it's 30, 60, or 90 days. But look over to the right where you see where it says where you can change your price on there if you want to. What if I said to Andrew, and what if he was my customer? He's been my customer 10 years, and I said, Andrew, company came out with a new program. I'd love for you to try our auto ship program. You've been buying the same products. He says, you know what, Jim? I'm just going to get it from you. I'd rather you ship it to me. And I'm thinking, what a hassle. Wouldn't you guys agree? So what if I say, Andrew, let me do this. What if I could give you a 5% discount if you went on the auto ship program? Would you then consider it? He says, yes, I would. I give him the 5% discount. I have a customer who's ordering every single month. I don't have to think about it, guys.
Regeneration of volume.
This is huge. All right, now take a look. I want you to see the numbers. Okay, what if you have 5 unfranchised owners in your business who get 5 preferred customers doing 50 BV on auto ship? That's an extra 1,250 BV per month coming up. How many of you have lost customers because you just didn't follow up the way you should have? Now you don't have to worry about it. You can still follow up and call them. It's actually easier now because they're already getting the products. Now let's take it to a bigger organization, 25 unfranchised owners with 5 PCs, 50 BV each, 6,250 BV a month coming. If this company, if everybody in this room could get 3 to 5 preferred customers on auto ship, we will break the $1 billion mark within a year.
Overnight. Absolutely.
Better than the company breaking the $1 billion mark, you will break income barriers in your own business.
Automatically.
So thank you. That's what it's really about with that, and it's all about simplification. You know, we were working the other day, and you know, Andrew and I were sitting down. He said, I got to rest for a bit, Jim. So I said, all right, just get some rest. I took a picture. Next thing I know, his phone rings. So now he's working instead of relaxing.
And by the way, being that JR's not my boss, that
was like 2:30 in the afternoon
on a Tuesday. Yeah.
By the way, nice, very nice tan. The next thing that happens, he's on the phone. He pulls out his iPad. He put a customer on auto ship, and he went back to relaxing. That's really what our business is about, isn't it? Let's make it simple.
Make it simple.
All right, I'd like to talk for a minute about special business building seminars.
You noticed the golden brown?
Golden.
Oh.
Golden.
You tell I lay out a lot.
All right.
Okay. Go ahead.
Our special business building seminars we have for the rest of the year. I want to go through this real quick with you. We're doing them in New York City or Miami. We've got a couple coming up in New York City. These are 2-day trainings, so you're aware. A lot of you have been on them. I know a lot of the leaders have. It's an interactive small group training. We typically have 3 trainers. We typically have anywhere from 30 to 50 people or 55 people there. So you're getting a ratio of maybe a 1 to 10 or a 1 to 20 on it, and everybody's together. Everything's based on result-producing activities. Here's a group from last September we had. You can see if JR and Lauren are around, they typically stop by and say hi, which is very nice. Andrew stops by. We had a huge group last year in New York City with Elizabeth. An agenda is real simple. We usually eat on the boat. We then come out and train. We have lunch. Then we do a live call workshop, and it's amazing, the stories I'm hearing. People are coming up to me at this seminar, and they're saying, I'm with so-and-so because she called me while she was on the Utopia and made that call because you forced her to do it, because we do them live for an hour and a half, right, Shu? Then we do training, and then what we're going to do as well is from this point forward, we're going to take all the masters and above, we're actually going to do an organizational review for them, take a look, where should we be building, what should we be doing, and how to build it fast. We'll do it in front of other people so everybody can learn as we go through. That'll be very, very cool. Here's an example of our corporate training center that we have in Miami. There's an example of people making calls on the... You like that one? All right, we'll go back. There we go. All right. And here's an example, of a huge group. I think we did about 70 people on this Moving Up seminar. They just kept asking if we could add more people, Kevin. And I'd like to bring up right now, if I could, Lisa Grant. Many of you know Lisa, executive director with the company, on her way to field vice president, one of the top trainers, one of the top builders in the company. She was on a recent Moving Up seminar, special business building seminar, just, 2 months ago?
Yeah, just a few months
2 months ago.
All right, so anyway, I want to thank you, Jim, for that training because it was incredible. But, I attended my first Utopia training when I started this business back 15 years ago. And many of my leaders that are here today, we know propelled us to pin levels after pin levels. And the biggest mistake I made is not going to another one for another 14 years. I don't know what took me so long, but I talked to Gary Rogers. I said, Gary, we got to go. And we took some leaders with us, and it was just outstanding. Personal one-on-one training with Jim, Kevin Buckman, Paul Carlotta. It really, really it just showed us that we got to get back to simple, get back to basics. We started doing a lot more home presentations, it really drilled into us. We started a new group 60 days ago. We've brought on 20 new people, over 20 new people in that new group. They're right up there. And all with convention tickets. So I can't thank you enough for that. You really need to get your people there. It's not good enough for you to just be there. You've got to get your people there. When Gary and I came back, we did a training for a lot of our leaders so that they could go on and duplicate it. So the power of just being there, one-on-one. I mean, my first one, I even had JR for binary strategy. But I have to say, these three guys and every trainer that's on there will bring your business to the next level. So make sure you get and book the Utopia for the next one. Thanks, Jim.
Lisa.
Thanks, Lisa.
She did Lisa came back. The key is she implemented everything that she learned, and she took it and she ran with it, and I'd recommend it for all leaders. Now, I do want to make sure you make a note. In the program, the dates are not correct. So I want to give you, these are the correct dates that are coming up for New York for 7th and 8th, and the 9th and 10th. And then for Miami, we've got, so when you see a 19-20 and a 21-22s, we're doing them now on a Friday, Saturday. That's one grouping. And then on Sunday, Monday is the second grouping. Now, the one in October, Jackie Blasco has agreed to do with me. We're very excited about that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be adding our third trainer as well. And then Elizabeth and I are doing this with Dennis on one day, and then Steve Harris coming in to help us out with the second one for the New York trainings. So this is going to be a lot. You can see it's at section 119. I would highly recommend, if you're thinking about this, and I've talked to a lot of the leaders, they already got their sheets, they're already filling them in, they're going to fill this up because we keep selling them out as fast as we can.
Jimmy did a great job with that program. Our business obviously is attracting the entrepreneurs. I think sometimes we have a tendency of talking about what we are and how the business works as opposed to the why or the purpose behind it. Does that make sense? So the more that you kind of convey and communicate and present, your belief system, your purpose, you're going to attract others who believe the same thing. So the goal is not to sell people who need what you have. We don't know over 95% of the people need our business, but the goal is to sell people who believe what you believe, and that's the entrepreneur, right? We're all entrepreneurs in here. Yep. We need to attract more entrepreneurs to develop that shopping annuity, that ongoing income. Entrepreneurs come in every size, shape, and personality, and most importantly, they see things that other people don't see. When you show the 45-year plan versus the 2 to 3 year plan, the person who doesn't choose the 2 to 3 year plan is not an entrepreneur. They don't qualify to see it, okay? And the only two things that an entrepreneur needs are belief and know-how. And obviously, it makes sense to be an entrepreneur from a job security standpoint, obviously making more money, having the freedom, time and financial freedom. You can discover your hidden potential if you don't have to worry about the income coming in, because you have the time to pursue your God-given talents, having a second career, okay? And this is not about convincing people or selling people. It's just about exposing what we have, and will ultimately attract the right people in the right circumstances and the right opportunities for our business so we can live a life of greater impact.
This sounds amazing. We should make a video on this.
We should.
We should.
A short, concise video, maybe 90 seconds.
I think 90 seconds would be good.
So you can expose the product, expose the business, generate some interest and curiosity so you can book more appointments to what? Show the plan.
And how could we just make that video free? People could access it?
Of course it's for free.
Free, of course.
To keep things simple here. The video is available on our YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/Market America. You'll find the 90-second version. We also have a 3-minute version. It goes a little bit more into depth.
Perfect. It'll be a great recruiting piece, everybody. Something you can send out for people to see.
And with that, that's obviously another tool in our arsenal to enable us to perform the result-producing activities so we can show the plan more. Yeah, we got a problem.
We got a problem.
Yeah, because the UBP right now, it's too long.
It's too long.
It's kind of cumbersome. There's some logic.
And the slides
gaps.
don't all match. It's, some of them are different. I mean, I know we worked on it, but it's not like it should have been.
It's not.
It's not.
You're right. So we need a refreshment. We need a new UBP. Now, what we did was we did revisit this in 2011, then again in 2012. Obviously, we're evolving as a company, and what's good 6 months ago might not be good today. And what I found, and I know you did too, that people in the field were hiding some slides, creating
we
their
weren't getting
own
that
slides.
uniformity. They were sort of doing it how they wanted to, and that's not the unfranchised way. But they were doing it because there were too many slides. That was a simple way we have to look at it too and learn from it.
Exactly. So what we did was, and this was kind of a master plan, we've totally redesigned the unfranchised business presentation. We've eliminated over 8. What are you doing?
What?
Are you tweeting? You texting?
Yeah. Sorry.
And
It's hard to focus for this long.
well, that's why you need the longevity package.
Oh.
Maybe it's the age thing for you. No, I'm just kidding. Now, the point is the attention span for people today is very, very short.
So what if we could take this thing from an hour and a half and make it an hour-long presentation?
Maybe even less than an hour.
Maybe even
less than an hour.
Would that be good?
So we
Probably
did do
people
that.
could put their phones away for an hour. All right?
So we limited over 80 slides, over 125 clicks. It's entirely new design. Okay, incorporated the new technology, and there's logic now to where the slides are positioned, and I think you're going to really love it. So,
Are you guys ready to see a little bit of this? We'll give you a little highlight.
I don't know.
Ready? All right, what we're going to do, we're going to show you. Thank you, Howard. That was wonderful. I feel like Darth Vader in Star Wars now.
Thank you, Howard.
Thank you, Howard.
Fantastic.
All right. So what we did, we're going to just show you a few of the slides. Tonight, we're going to go over the whole presentation in a breakout. You want to talk about this first slide, Andrew?
Yeah, we're going to go through it all night at our breakout session. So just to kind of highlight, give you a feeling of what we did, you know, there's something with respect to branding called consistency, called continuity and alignment, okay? So you're going to notice that the fonts, the colors, the messaging in this is consistent with what's going to be in the new annual report, the Getting Started guide, okay, and a variety of tools that we have, even the new marketamerica.com, so we keep everything in alignment with one another, okay? So you notice the unfranchised business, the colors, the look of it, and we're going into the first slide of the presentation.
Then we move into it, and you've got the ability to tell a little bit of the story about the company. As you saw when we were going through this, where the company started, where it is today, and we tell a little bit about it. That's a 20-year history. We've got to be very proud of this. We've got to let people know right away they have the best opportunity in the world with a company that's here and going further. Oops, sorry, I went the wrong way. There we go. And then this is one of our favorite slides. This will be actually the third slide in the presentation, and we're going to talk about, we're going to show our success. We've got a number of the $1 million earners who are popping in there. And then, Andrew, you want to talk a little bit about our statement there?
No, remember what I just said. People won't understand the what and the how, don't even care unless they understand the why. So on this slide is Market America's mission, which ultimately is the company's why, our purpose, which is to change the way that people shop and change the economic paradigm so everyone can become financially independent by creating their own economy. So they can identify with the people on the slide, and they also see the total earnings since Market America's inception 20 years ago, over $2.5 billion being earned.
So our first three slides into this, here's what's happened. You've got the story of the company, 1992 to now. The second slide, which we didn't show, shows the graph of our growth the last 20 years, or the 12 years actually on that one. And then it goes to this. So we've shown we're stable, we're growing, and our people make money. I looked at it and said, 3 slides in, if guests don't pay attention, they're stupid. So don't worry about them. Are you right?
Exactly. Exactly. And then, you know, when it comes to the 45-year plan, it's still, you know, the same content, okay? But we eliminated that 3-dimensional kind of pyramid, you know, and we made it a new, fresh look to convey the same information, but more of a modern design as far as people in the 45-year plan. Okay, then, this was problematic. People spend too much time going into depth, almost as if it's a product training, okay?
You ever been to a UBP where someone took 30 minutes talking about the products and the speaker had no time left?
So what we did was, why not be consistent? why not take what we print, which is in the MA catalog, and put it into our electronic presentation? So you'll notice that the same spreads, the same format and messaging that's in the MA catalog is now featured in the PowerPoint of our UBP. The other thing you're going to notice here, nobody's clicking anything. The slides automatically move, all right? So if you talk a little bit too much, all right, the slide's going to know and it's going to move on to the next slide. Okay? We got to keep this thing under an hour.
We got to keep it under. So we put a couple stops in there for major stores where people might spend a little more time. But the main part of what we're doing is about 6 seconds per category, so it moves. So we can get through this. People actually see more products than they used to, more brands, but less time doing it.
Absolutely. So the stops are at Transitions Lifestyle System, Motives Cosmetics, and the Nutrimetrics division. And once again, as you move forward, it'll automatically go if you talk too long, and it does feature the major divisions, the major brands that obviously we can access being an unfranchised owner. Okay, I'm going to go to the end of this.
Right.
Okay, and then go to the...
Now, you mean, again, as you watch this, we're just talking right now. We're talking about what's happening with products. We're moving quick. From this point forward, it just goes boom, 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 and we are done with that section. Now we move into our new timeline. And with our new timeline, a little bit better look. Now, we found, though, as we looked at this, what was happening again is people they would talk too long while they were, hey.
You talk too much. You talk too much. It already moved on.
15 seconds, that slide moves. If you're not done, it's on to the next one. Because we didn't want people getting stuck talking about things that didn't matter.
And it's one thing to talk about the past. We took the best components and systems of all the great marketing systems and distribution channels of the past 100 years, but I think it's important to talk about the future.
Yeah, we take what we've done, we put it together, and then we say, what's going to happen? And here, whoops, let's look at that for a second. So we got 4 things we're going to be able to talk about: nutrition and fitness, owning your own business, online, mobile, and social shopping. And then on a simple click, it moves into our social shopping site like this. How many of you think that this is something we can talk about that'll be happening the next 5 or 10 years?
Of course. And obviously, our business enables an individual to capitalize on all those major trends. Let's just highlight a couple of the points of the 5 steps, the new designed 5. It's still the same 5 steps: apply, create, qualify, activate, teach, manage, and support. You'll notice, you might not notice this, but I know this because I'm a little bit crazy, but the number 1, the apply, is the same kind of circle. It's in the Getting Started guide. I know it's not that exciting, but it's...
Okay. This is exciting, though.
But what is exciting is the fact that everyone who establishes the business, whether coming in as an unfranchised owner or a sales representative, they're going to have 3 business development centers.
So you say everybody's going to have 3. That means there's no single, no master anymore.
Once again, it's exactly what I just said. Yes, no more
everybody.
Master. Let's just keep things simple.
You mean I don't have to explain all these terms?
You do not. We eliminated the terms.
So we're showing 3 centers right away.
Exactly. Then we just kind of updated one of the, which was a few slides. You have Shop Buddy, Shop Bucks, and our Shop mobile application. Then on step 3, of course, is qualify. Once again, the same content. On a click, the left and right BV banks will open there.
Right. And then we move into, this is one of my favorite slides. This is at the end of the presentation. Remember at the end how we'd have the re-entry, then we'd go to master, and it was sort of difficult to make the transition, and you're talking about putting a 2 in, and then there's a 2 and a 3. You'll notice here there's a 1, a 2, and a 3 on top when you earn more income. Now, when those BV banks fill up, we get to add that new center, but that's now a 4 that goes down below. When we get there, we can add the 5 that goes down below. So now it makes logical sense the way we're doing it, and here's what happens. Not only do you have those 3, don't we have an inside leg on the 2 and the 3? In honor of the Olympics, we have put together the Olympic ring slide.
So no more unfranchised owner. Everybody's getting 3 business development centers. And also, too, a quick little point is the fact that you don't need to be a UFMS member to use credit cards, which, once again, it simplifies
You mean
the process.
I could just order and I can use a credit card?
Absolutely. We like to simplify things here, Mr. Winkler.
It's very simplified.
Okay, so tonight, join us at 8:30 in the Imperial Ballroom. Myself and Jim will take you through all the slides and explain the logic behind what's been done to redesign our UBP. Of course, we encourage you, we're hopeful that you don't leave without getting your 3 tickets to the World Conference and taking advantage of the promotion.
Yeah, you're going to need probably more than 3, because with this new UBP, this new plan you're going to be able to use all the time, you're going to be recruiting a lot more people.
And also pay attention to Mark Ashley's presentation, because there's a lot more from a functionality and a technology standpoint that will simplify our business plan so you can grow faster and easier and make the business more fun. So Jim, why don't we give away a cruise?
You know, this has been fun. We said the business has to be fun. Let's give away a cruise. Can I turn this? Will it flip? I hope not. If it opens, let's do it. All right, how about a cruise? All right, Mr. Weissman, if you would. Is this a 3-day cruise for 2, I believe?
It is a 3-day cruise for 2 people.
For 2
That's
people,
correct.
yes.
All right. So look at your ticket. The ticket number for the winner of the first cruise is ticket number 06863.
Would you repeat that, please?
I will repeat that. 06863. If you have this ticket, which obviously one of you in this room does, all you simply need to do is go to Convention Services to get the details for your wonderful, relaxing 3-day cruise, which you'll be able to enter people on auto ship. You can relax, you can work, whatever you want to do. But congratulations. Once again, 06863.
Great. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.